Hi everyone, Anne from Imagine If here in Columbia Falls. Today I want to read some new books. They were written in 2019. I got them for a mock caldecott that I do each year with the kids in Columbia Falls, but I didn't get a chance to read them, and I really liked them, so I thought I'd read them now. This first one's Dragon Knight by J.R. Krause. J.R. Krause is both the author and the illustrator of this book, and I like both the story and the pictures, so I was hoping you would like them too. Now, I know that not all of you can read yet, but I know you've probably noticed that some words that sound the same can mean very different things. Something like the word no. It can mean no, or it can mean, yeah, I know that. Well, the author of this book plays with that with the word night. And let's see if I can show you this. When it's spelled, the word night is spelled like this, with a no K, it starts with an N, then it means when the sun goes down, it gets dark out, there's no lights on, the moon's out, stars are out, time to go to bed. If the word night, which sounds exactly the same, is spelt with a K in the front, then it means something like this guy, where he's got a sword, and he might ride a horse, and he lives in a castle, and he works for a king. So it sounds the same, night or night, but it means different things. It's kind of like a secret code for the reader. The reader will see the word night that starts with a K and know we mean the guy who lives in a castle and has a sword and works for a king. If the reader sees the word without a K, then they know it's the time when it gets dark out and there's no lights and it's time to go to bed. If you're listening, you're going to have to pay close attention to know which one we mean, night or night. Okay, so let's read Dragon Knight by J.R. Krause. I always like to look at the end papers, but in this case, there's not a whole lot going on. So we'll look at the cover. There's a boy riding a dragon at night. And on the back, there's the boy. Looks like they're pretty good friends. And it says up here, a heartwarming friendship, an extraordinary journey. So let's read Dragon Knight by J.R. Krause. And here's the beginning. Looks like he's got a little dragon light there, and he's turning it off. Georgie is afraid of the dark. It's too dark with the lights off, too quiet with everyone asleep, and being alone makes everything worse. Suddenly, George's favorite book falls to the floor with a thump. The pages flutter open, sparking and crackling. A brilliant light fills the room, and a dragon steps out. Georgie has never seen a real dragon before. Shh, I'm running away, whispers the dragon. I'm afraid of the night. I'm afraid of the night too, says Georgie. Then let's run away together, says the dragon. Georgie scales the dragon's bumpy back, and together they launch from the window. The dragon spreads its great wings, and up they soar, high into the dark night sky. Far below, a carnival sparkles like pirate treasure. Merry music floats up with joyful cries. There's no night down there, says Georgie. There's no night, replies the dragon slowly, but there is a castle. So they fly on. Soon an endless blanket of city lights shines below. Horns honk and sirens wail on the busy streets. There's no night down there, says Georgie. There's no night, replies the dragon carefully, but there is a king. So they fly on. Next, they soar over a bright, noisy baseball game. The crowd roars like a magnificent waterfall. There's no night down there, says Georgie. Oh, but there he is, cries the dragon, on a very peculiar horse. It's like a team mascot. Georgie and the dragon fly on quietly. I think we are talking about two different things, says the dragon gently. Georgie is thinking, but why is a big dragon like you afraid of the night, he asks. Because the night hates me, cried the dragon. He carries a heavy sword, and he always wants to fight. Georgie doesn't know what to say. He never thought of it that way before. They sail silently down to a grassy field. "You know," says the dragon, "the night is dark, but it's not always scary." Georgie isn't so sure. "Look," says the dragon, "without the darkness of the night, we couldn't see the stars." Georgie had never seen shooting stars before. "Listen," says the dragon, "the night is quiet and peaceful." Georgie hears crickets playing a soothing song. Before long, he curls up against the warm dragon and drifts off to sleep. But night doesn't last forever. As the sun rises, Georgie and the dragon swoop back home. Now the dragon is worried. "In the daylight, everyone can see me. You need to hide," says Georgie. But there is no place big enough for the dragon to hide. Now Georgie is worried. "You belong in the book," he says. "But I want to stay here with you," cries the dragon. A tear bubbles up and steams like hot tea. The dragon quietly sniffs. "I'm still afraid of the night." "I have an idea," says Georgie. "I'll make a new book for you with a friendly night." "Will the knight carry a heavy sword?" asks the dragon. "No, instead of a sword, the knight will have a baseball and a glove," replies Georgie. "Will the knight want to fight?" asks the dragon. "Oh, instead of fighting, the knight loves to play catch," replies Georgie. "What if the knight doesn't like me?" asks the dragon. "Don't worry," says Georgie. "I'll help you." He turns the page and draws a carnival with a carousel and a candy shop filled with tasty treats, a big empty baseball field, and the knight waiting for a friend. "The book is ready," says Georgie. "You'll like this story." "Thank you," replies the dragon. A dazzling light fills the room once again as the dragon steps into the new book and gently waves goodbye. Now every night, after a flight, Georgie and the dragon snuggle up and read their new favorite book. "Good night," says the dragon as Georgie turns the last page. "Good night," says Georgie, and then together in the dark and quiet night, they fall fast asleep. You can see the name of the book is Georgie and the Dragon. And that is the end. So that was a book about Georgie, who rewrote a story to make it nicer for the dragon. I want to read another book about a kid, or in this case, a kitty, who also has a story to tell. This book is called Blue Spot by Griselda, Sastrawinata-Lemay. And it's one that came out in 2019 again. And let's look at the end papers. We've got blue spots here, blue spots there, and if you can see, this is a picture of the author and illustrator. And she also does stuff for Moana and Frozen 2. So I thought maybe you'd like some of the artwork in this book too. And then there's the front cover. And the back cover. Okay, Blue Spot. "Look, Mama, I have a blue spot on my new dress." "How did that happen, Daisy?" "It all started when I was drawing during art class with a blue pen. Then at recess, I used blue chalk to draw hopscotch. I also painted a mural with blue paint. When we got hungry, we ate blueberries. Is that how you got the spot?" "Well, Mama, it started raining blueberries. Luckily, I had an umbrella." "The blueberry rain created lots of puddles that turned into blueberry jam. I had to walk over it on stilts." The jam started bubbling like lava and spouting like a geyser, but I was safe with my magical blue boots. When I got to the mountain of blue ice cream, I thought it would be easy to climb, but it was slippery and slowly melting away. Oh no, what next? It turned out that the melted mountain of ice cream used to be a blue monster's house. His blue tears splashed everywhere. I helped him build a new house made of blue cake, blue candies, and blue frosting. When the house was finished, we celebrated by bouncing on a river of blue jelly. Surfing on a wave of blueberry pie. And battling with blue donuts and cookies. All that playing made us hungry, so we gobbled up the blue treats. And all that happened today. Oh, yes, Mama, it did. It's all here in my drawings. Wow, but I still don't understand how you got a blue spot on your dress. When I finished drawing, I forgot to put the cap back on the blue pen before putting it in my pocket. And that's the end. It says here, for Norm, who makes every short story long. Well, Daisy sure had a short story long to tell us. And imagine if one of the early literacy skills we try to impart to children are narrative skills. And that can be something as simple as that a story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Or another skill would be prediction. Can you guess what's going to come next? That will be important when children are learning how to read. And it just adds enjoyment to a story, to learning how to read. To have a surprise ending can make you laugh out loud. And to predict what comes next and be right is very satisfying. So let me get out my next storytelling item. Okay, so this is a shadow box. The shadow box is one of the tools we use at Imaginative for narrative skills. And while the Three Billy Goats Gruff, which is the play I usually use this for at story time, it's only 3 minutes long. After the story time's over, I'll leave the box out and the puppets, and the children would just line up to retell the story. I've even had pre-verbal kids engage in this way, and it's so fun to watch. So the next thing I want to do is show you briefly how to make one of these at home. And then I'll do a couple of shadow plays, and you can either copy the shadow plays you see or make up your own short story long. So it's a cardboard box. On the inside is just parchment paper. And then the puppets I cut out of black cardstock or cereal box cardboard. And for the eyes, I used a hole punch to punch out the eye, and then save the part that got punched out and tape it on offset so that it looks like a pupil. And then for like this rain cloud, I used yarn, so it kind of gives you some movement. And then to hold the puppets, you'll need to put something like, I have a straw on this one that's taped on. This one's got chopstick and putty, and that's so that the shadows of your hands don't show very much while you're using the puppets. So let me reset this, put a lamp behind it, and show you some shadow plays. Said, I cannot wait any longer. I am going to cross the bridge and eat the sweet green grass. Oh, we'll come too, said his brothers. We'll be right behind you. Okay. Clip-clop, clip-clop, clip-clop. Hey, who's that clip-clopping across my bridge? It is I, the littlest Billy Goat Gruff. Oh, you just wait right there. I'm going to come up and eat you up. Oh, wait for my brothers. They're much bigger than I am. Oh, okay. Get on with you then. Clip-clop, 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 clip-clop. Clip-clop, clip-clop, clip-clop. Hey, who's that clip-clopping across my bridge? It is I, the middle Billy Goat Gruff. Oh, good. I'm going to come up and eat you up. Oh, no. Why don't you wait for my older brother? He's much bigger and juicier than I am. Oh, okay. Get on with you then. Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. Clip clop, clip clop. Who's that clip clopping across my bridge? It is I, the biggest billy goat gruff. Oh, good, I've been waiting for you. I'm gonna come up and eat you up. Oh, you can try. All right. Boom. Ah. And after that, the three billy goats gruff crossed the bridge whenever they liked and ate their fill of the sweet green grass. And the horrible, mean troll never bothered them again. Clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. For this next shadow box, I've got a homemade version of the Itsy Bitsy Spider, and I'll be accompanied by my husband on his tuba. Hit it! Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. And in Montana, we have another version of this. Goes like this. Montana spider went up the water spout. Down came the snow and froze the spider out. Out came the sun and it did not do a thing. And the itsy bitsy spider was frozen until spring. I hope you like this story time all about stories. I would love to see some of the shadow plays you come up with, or to listen to the stories you want to tell. Until next time, please keep reading and telling stories. Bye!